All right, guys, I've got a big, heavy box to open today, but I'm really excited about this. So there's a couple of things going on here. First of all, I've really been interested in amplifiers lately, and I've been wanting to expand my fleet of amplifiers, not just for my own use, but I want to be able to have a variety of different sounds that I can use when I'm reviewing guitars. Now, the other thing that's going on is that I have had a lot of people request that I check out the brand Monoprice. Now, Monoprice is stuff that you can get on Amazon. It's usually very affordable. And I actually did check out a tuner made by them way back, like a couple years ago. But since then, I have not checked out anything that they make. And they make a lot of cool stuff. They make a bunch of guitars and amplifiers. So right here, I've got a new amplifier from Monoprice. It's actually called a Stage Right. And the deal is, this is a 30-watt tube amplifier stack. So the reason this box is so big and heavy is that there's the 30-watt tube head in here and a speaker cabinet. Now, I've only seen this in pictures before, so I'm really excited to see how it's gonna look when I open it up, see how it looks in person. Also, I hope you guys like amp demos because, of course, after I do the unboxing video, I'm going to do a review of this amplifier, and I've got some other cool stuff too. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit out of the frame here, but I've got the new Spark 40 from Positive Grid, which is a really, really cool modeling amplifier. And another thing that I've got back here actually is this Punch Pedals Uppercut, which is really designed to be used with a tube amplifier. And right now, actually, the only tube amplifier I have, aside from this one that I just got, is my Metaltronics M1000, which is like dangerously loud. So I wanted a lower wattage tube amplifier head that I think will pair really well with some of the pedals that I want to check out. Okay, but enough of that. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up here. Now, I took a little flack on my last unboxing video for having such a tiny knife. This is a key knife. Works great, but I got the hint, so I got something a little bit bigger to open up this box with. So let's cut into this and check it out here. All right, this thing's gonna open up like a refrigerator. Okay, so we got some paper that came out here. Okay, it says foot switch is located inside the cabinet. Okay, so we don't miss the foot switch. Now, one thing I really want to pay attention to here is how they packed this in the box and how safe it seems, or protective it seems, because obviously this is a tube amplifier. These things are sometimes easily damaged, so I really want to make sure that this was packaged well. Okay, so there's two boxes inside here. I'm going to go ahead and take the top one out, which I think is the amplifier itself. All right, there we go. Okay, so Stage Right 30-watt 1x12 guitar short stack tube amplifier, like a short stack of pancakes. Okay, with Celestion Vintage 30, reverb, foot switch, and speaker cable. That's cool, they include the cable in here. Okay, so that should be the head there. I'll just set that down there. And then I'll take this other one out here, which is the bigger box. And they've got some extra cardboard in here, which is great. This box is huge, if things don't work out, I could always move in. In Los Angeles rent, this would be like $400 a month for that box. All right, let's get rid of that. Okay, so I've got the cabinet here and the head right here. Okay, so let's just open this up. Use my knife again. Crocodile Dundee style. So the cabinet has a plastic bag around it, and they've put some extra corner pieces in here to, protect the corners from being hit by anything. Let's take these out. And it's got a handle right on top, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and lift this thing right out here. All right. Okay. Let's take this bag off. So there is the cab. That looks really nice. Nice black Tolex here. They've got the metal corner pieces. It's got a nice handle on top, grill cloth, white piping, got the Celestion equipped badge down here. And this cab, guys, right, this is a 12-inch, a single 12-inch speaker. And something that's cool about this is if you look on the back here, the input jack on the back here, it's got an input and it's got an output. So you can slave this to another cabinet. And this is an 8-ohm cabinet here. And you have a nice Celestion Vintage 30 speaker in there. And Vintage 30s are my favorite speaker. You see back here in that road case, I've got one of the old Carvin Legacy cabs, one of the old Steve Vai signature cabs. It's got 4 Vintage 30s in there. They have a really, a very distinctive mid-range, very sort of kind of push to the mid-range that I really, really like. Sounds really good when you're playing loud, like on a stage. It cuts through really nicely, but without being piercing sounding. So I love the fact that they put that speaker in there. And, just overall build quality of this is really nice. I mean, there's a badge on the back here, and this is metal. All of the fasteners and the Tolex, everything seems really solid. And yeah, they do have the foot switch in here, like they said. And they've got some Velcro straps inside there to store the foot switch, when you're moving it around. So that's really nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this down. My cats are going to love this stuff. Okay, so now let's move on to the head here. This is going to be really cool, I think. Okay, so let's open up this one. All right. Okay, so first of all, they've got this little cardboard, kind of some layers of protective cardboard that were right on top of this. And they had like the power cable inside there. And here they've got the speaker cable, which is really cool that they include that. Now we've got a user's manual, right? And okay, now this is the really important stuff here. So in this box, obviously this is a nice thick cardboard box, but they've got these big foam protectors here in the corners to keep it from moving and also to absorb some of the shock if this box gets bounced around a little bit when it's being shipped. And that's super important for any kind of amplifier, but a tube amp in particular, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and take these out of here. Okay, in the other box, just for the record, I made all those shots right there. Okay, let's take this out and get it out of this bag here. Wow, this is nice. Just slip this down. Oh yeah. All right. All right, let's get a little space here. Whew. Look at that, guys. That is really nice. This front grille here is like, I don't know if that's a laser cut or something, but that's a really cool design. It almost looks like a diesel, actually. Or maybe one of those new PV amplifiers. Oh, and this is a really cool touch here. Can you see the mirror finish on the control panel there? I'll try and move that around a little bit there. That is really nice there, guys. Check that out. Yeah. Okay, now as I go through this here, I'm going to take some photos that I'll take, after I'm done making the video, and I'll include those photos, some close-ups of the tubes and stuff. Now, speaking of tubes, this amplifier has 3 12AX7 tubes, that's the preamp, and then 4 EL84 tubes for the power amp section. So it's going to output 30 watts, and 30 watts is a really, really great number. I mean, unless you're playing like big outdoor gigs with no PA miking the guitar amplifier, to be completely honest, I mean 100 watt heads and 120 watt heads, those are really cool, but you almost never actually need that much power, like realistically. Usually if you're going to be playing a big stage, then the PA is going to be miking the guitar cabs, and then it's like, well, you know, the sound guy is just asking you to turn down all the time. But 30 watts, I think like maybe 15 to 50, somewhere in there. Those are usually really, really good power ratings because that's a volume level or a power that you can actually use in a realistic setting. So let's check out some more details here, but real quick guys, I know I always say this, but it's important. If you guys enjoy videos like this and you like content like this and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. I really enjoy making videos like this for you guys, and I'm really trying to grow the channel right now. Okay, so let's get back to the amp here. Okay, now for the controls here, we've got a high input and a low input. Got a separate clean section here, kind of small. It just has a like a bright switch which you can turn off and on. Then you've got a clean volume control. The EQ settings, which are standard bass, middle, and treble, those are shared between the clean and the overdrive channel. The overdrive channel itself has a separate volume control and then a gain control. Then you've got the switch for the channel select right there. But now the channel switching you can also do with the foot switch. So the foot switch will control the channel selection and the reverb. Down here you've got a standby and power switch, and then you've got a tone knob, just an overall tone knob. So I would imagine that's sort of like a presence knob. And then you've got the reverb control down here. So you can set that and then toggle it off and on with the foot switch. Now if we go around to the back here, you've got an effects loop, which is awesome, and you've got a pad on the effects loop so you can kind of adjust the mix level of the effects going through the effects loop. The effects send jack you can also use as a line out, and then this is the jack here for the foot switch. Over here, these are the speaker plugs. You can switch it between 4 ohms or 8 ohms, and you've got 2 separate jacks here for the speaker outputs if you want to hook up multiple cabinets. So now Monoprice, as far as I know, in the past they've been associated with making very budget-friendly instruments and amplifiers. So they make a lot of affordable stuff. Now they've kind of stepped up their game recently, so they're making you know, higher-end products as well. That being said, though, this is a tube amplifier stack, the head and the cabinet, tube head with a vintage 30 cabinet. This is like right around $600. I've seen it for like $599 or $650, right in that range. That includes shipping, I think. At least I didn't have to pay shipping when I got it. So, and obviously we'll find out how it sounds when I do my full review video and plug it in and mic it and everything. But just in terms of the design and the looks and the overall build quality, I mean, this is really, really nice. All right, guys, so we'll set that up there. Of course, I will be doing a full review and demo of the amplifier soon, so if you're watching this unboxing video at some point in the future, I may have already done the review video by now, so I will go ahead and put a link for that down in the video description below. And I'm also going to put, you know, some links to like the official website and, you know, if you want to read more details about the amplifier and that kind of thing. But overall, I am really impressed, and I'm really happy to have a new tube amplifier. 30 watts is such a great power range right in there. It's got the effects loop, seems very, very usable, so I'm looking forward to playing through it and rocking out. Alright guys, that's it for today. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you then.